Hello everyone, it is Dominic here, and I am in Kobe. I got here about 2 weeks ago, so I've sort of, I guess, finally settled in. It was a very crazy, sort of packed week, 2 weeks. We had a lot of stuff to do, a lot of forms to fill out, a lot of just stuff to deal with, which was quite stressful. If you remember from my last video, I was in Tokyo for a week before coming here, and I was gonna meet up with all my friends and see people. Unfortunately, none of that really happened, because literally a day, 2 days after I filmed that video, I got really sick. So unfortunately I didn't do anything in Tokyo. I was literally at home in bed for the entire time. But I am back, I am alive, I'm still here, and I'm in Kobe. I thought I'd do a little update video before I sort of throw myself into the world of Japan life. If I just quickly go back to when I arrived in Kobe, we got picked up by the people from the university and they took us straight to the dorms. On the first day we had a little dorm introduction. We had to pay for 3 months rent, I think, which we weren't told beforehand. We were filling out loads of forms for accommodation, and then we just go to the next desk and they're like, that would be 60,000 yen please. Who carries around £500 worth of cash on them as normal? But you know, that was chill. We got that little issue sorted out. We had to sign up for our internet, I had to sign up for the phone. That was kind of a mess because I didn't know what I was doing, because I was my brain was just a bit gone. So I was just there signing forms. I had no idea what I was doing. It wasn't too stressful for me because I'd had this experience before last time I was in Japan, so I kind of knew what to expect. It was quite different though, because last time I didn't have to do it all at once. I did it over a long period of time. But this time it was literally just we were handed everything all at one point in time, and then we had to work through everything. So I said we had the dorm stuff to deal with, we also had insurance, you had to sign up for national health insurance. I also had to sign up for insurance at the university. I then had to deal with sort of signing up for classes at the university, and I said my phone bill, my internet. We also have to pay for electricity separately here as well. So when you're at university in the UK, pretty much everything, at least in your first year, everything is just not paid for, but it's all included within your accommodation price. But here it's you have your accommodation price, and then on top of that you have to go and pay electricity, on top of that you have to pay water, and then you have to sort out your internet. In the UK I was used to sort of just you know, you have your internet with the room, you have your water and your electricity, you just pay one big lump of money, which made it so much easier. Here you do everything separately. The sort of impression I get here is that, at least in the dorms, it's a very independent sort of life. In our room we've got, we got our bathroom, we've got a little kitchen area with a hob, a fridge, a sink. So even though the room is quite small, you've literally got everything in here that you need, and so it's kind of just fend for yourself. Whereas in England, obviously my experience going to Oxford is going to be quite different from pretty much anyone else's experience at any other university. But at Oxford, I had an ensuite, which was nice, but I didn't really have any cooking facilities in my college. We did, but no one really cooked, because you get provided food by the college, and you never really had to worry about anything else. And I feel I'm actually having to be an adult for once, which is kind of weird because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, struggle is real. But yeah, we had to do all of that sort of sign-up stuff within the first few days, and we then had to go to the Kyakusho, which is the city office. City ward, or ward office I should say. And we did have to go to the Shiakusho as well, which is a city office. There are loads of different offices that we had to sort of deal with to get our residency stuff sorted out, because you have to, once you come here, you then have to register as living in a certain area, and so you get your address stamped on the back of your Zaidyu card. Your Zaidyu card is your residence card, so you get that stamped on the back of your residence card. Yeah, basically they need to confirm your address and confirm where you're living. And honestly, Japan is so, it's just so, petty is kind of the wrong word, but they're just really nitpicky and just really pedantic about really tiny details. On our address, for example, there was one tiny bit that was left out, which is the Minami bit, which means south. So basically our dorm, apparently, which we didn't even know this before, but there's a south and a north side of the dorm. But whether or not you put south or north in the dorm address is completely irrelevant, because you still have your room number, it still goes to the same building, so if you miss out the south, it makes no difference, right? But they were oh no, we need to know if it's north or south, and of course we were never told if it's north or south, so we spent 20 minutes trying to find out what our correct address was. And then with me, because I'd been an exchange student in the past in Japan, they were okay, we need to confirm that this is you, so can you tell us the address of where you were staying 2 years ago? I was excuse me, you expect me to just have my host family's address just like that? And like, luckily I actually did have the address, and I had my high school like my high school identification card from like 2 years ago still in my wallet, so I showed them that, and that was really lucky. But I was thinking, like, if I didn't have that, then I don't know what would have happened. I feel like anytime you want to do anything official in Japan, this country is so stressful. But yeah, that's all sorted, it's all out of the way, I don't have to worry about any of that, which is good. Now it's kind of just sort of getting used to the whole Japan sort of life, and living in Japan and making Japanese friends, which I feel like is going to be quite difficult this year, because in my dorm there are only kind of international students, and since I'm taking Japanese language classes, like no Japanese person takes those, and then in lectures no one talks because it's literally just like a big hall, so I'm not going to make friends in that class. So I feel like I'm just going to have to join like a circle or like a bukatsu, a club or something. I might do badminton because I did that at high school, so it'd be cool to carry that on. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but it would be nice to actually like meet Japanese people and make Japanese friends, because you know, I did not come all the way across the world to just speak English 24/7. That's like, nah. Other than that though, like, I am quite enjoying it here. We live like, okay, so Kobe is kind of on the side of a mountain, so you've got the coast and then you've got the mountain, and where we live, the dorm is literally on the side of this mountain, so anytime you want to leave, it is a trek down this mountain to the nearest konbini, like 10 minutes away, and then you walk back up and then you're just like dead by the time you come back. But it's cool because we do have a good, well, I was gonna say we have a good view. Like, my room is on the second floor, so my view is absolute shite. Like, I've got a view of some trees and a bike rack, and then all my friends are on the 4th floor, because this is Japan, so they split all the boys and girls up on different floors. Not really sure why they do that, because we have everything in our room, so like, it doesn't really make a difference. In the UK, everything is mixed, and you would never even consider like boys and girls being on separate floors to even be a thing. It's a thing in Japan, so but yeah, like, everyone on the 4th floor, they all have such nice rooms with great views. My room, you can't really see it at the moment, but that wall behind me, like, when I got here, it was green, and I honestly was like freaking out because it was disgusting. I scrubbed my wall really hard to the point that the paint was starting to come off, so I was like, okay, gonna tone it down a bit. But I've cleaned my wall, I've cleaned my room, so I'm so happy I have like a clean room now. It's great. It is not, honestly, like, when I moved in, this place was filthy, so my inner domestic goddess came out and I cleaned the room and it's kind of tidy now. So I will do a room tour at some point. My room isn't completely done, like, I still have some stuff I want to put up. So once that's all done, I will show you my room, do a little room tour, even though it's not a very big room. I might do like a dorm tour as well, that'd be cool. If you guys have any sort of videos you want to see in Japan or any requests, then please do let me know. I do want to show you guys as much of my life here as I can, and if you have any things in particular that you want to see, that'd be really cool, and I can show you those. But that is pretty much all for this video. I'm going to be uploading about a video a week from now on, so there's going to be no like random 10-month gaps anymore. Not that I ever had 10-month gaps, like, not that bad. But yeah, I'm going to be being quite consistent and uploading videos every week. Usually on a Thursday or Friday. I will be a bit more concise in the future when I have sorted my shit out, because at the moment it's still kind of low-key, tiny bit of a mess. But everything will soon be sorted and I will be on track and doing cool stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Done.